So, Gia, the governor says that he's going to unveil a modified version of the stay-at-home order. What that means exactly, we're not sure at this point. But there are indications that the current order is slowing the spread of coronavirus and pushing that curve back. Now, the Minnesota Department of Health says from March 1st to March 18th, confirmed coronavirus cases doubled every 1 to 2 days. But since the 18th, doubling has slowed to every 8 days. Now, the latest models from the University of Washington are now predicting that Minnesota will see a peak in hospital use in just 16 days and not have a shortage of regular beds, ICU beds, or ventilators. However, Dr. Michael Osterholm with the U of M's Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy says it is too early to start celebrating that this is the first wave of the virus.
Far too many people are approaching this like a single battle war. And this is actually many, many battles. We will, I believe, have eventually a relatively effective and safe vaccine. But none of that's coming soon.
So again, Governor Walz is going to be making this announcement about the stay-at-home order at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. He is now done with his self-quarantine, so he will be doing this announcement in person. So obviously, Gia, we will be all over this story as the day goes on.